it's me. Welcome back to the channel. Let's have a conversation about UFC 323, which is the last pay-per-view event, the last pay-per-view card for the UFC for the year 2025. And sadly, also the last, well, not sadly, but also the last UFC event under the TV or streaming deal between the UFC and ESPN. So ESPN has been with the UFC for a little bit of a while now, a couple of years. From what Uncle Dana has been saying, he said it's a pretty good deal, but you know, they want to move on to the Paramount Plus deal, which, hey, listen, as a fan, that's fantastic because I don't get to pay 85 plus taxes anymore. You know, you do the one-time yearly subscription with Paramount Plus and you get access to all the UFC fights and events for the year, which is a pretty good thing. Anyway, so it's wrapped up. There were two title fights, the main event and the co-main event. The main event being Petr Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili 2 in the rematch. And also the co-main event was Andre Pantoja versus Joshua Van for the flyweight belt. So listen, this is what I think. I want to first give it up to Petr Yan. When I tell you Petr Yan came in there with his homework done, that's exactly what I mean. Peter came in there prepared, right? He had claimed earlier that he had an injury in the last fight with Merab. He said it broke, I think he had an injury to his right arm, so he couldn't really do much with it. I think he proved that right this last time out. He really proved himself. I mean, this guy stuffed 90%, at least 90% of Merab's takedown attempts. Like, who would have thought Merab would make so many takedown attempts, over 20 takedown attempts, and only score 2? That's insane when you look at it on paper and think about what Merab has been doing to everybody else in that division, including Petr Yan in their last fight. But Petr Yan came prepared. I can imagine he probably would have done maybe 85% of his camp strictly wrestling, because boy, that man looked like an Olympic combat sambo wrestler in the way he flowed with Merab and stuffed Merab's takedown. And you know, that's one thing about being a one-dimensional fighter. And I'm sorry guys, I love Merab, but Merab is as one-dimensional as Khabib. His striking isn't exactly the best, even though it's been improved, but it's not really the best. And what he relies on is his weaponized cardio and his wrestling. We all know that. That's Merab's game, and pretty much nobody had a blueprint to stop it until Petr Yan. However, let me point something out. In this fight with Petr Yan, did anybody notice how much Petr Yan was landing body kicks and body shots? A lot. And you know who else did that first? Sean O'Malley. Now, I don't want to give Sean O'Malley too much credit, but let's give O'Malley a little bit of credit. If O'Malley did anything in his last fight with Merab, he exposed that weakness in Merab, that Merab doesn't really like body shots. And Petr Yan took that O'Malley blueprint to a whole new level. Hey, let's call it for what it is, okay? Merab, I don't feel bad for him. You know, he was a good champion. He was a very entertaining champion. And quite frankly, I really think they should give him a rematch. And for several reasons. Think about it, guys. He was a dominant champion. He's fought, what, 4 times in 2025. That is the most title defenses in 2020, in any calendar, 12-month calendar year in the UFC for any champion. He's the first to do it, right? That has to count for something. He's a company man too, and Dana White likes him. We all know that. Matt Serra is behind Merab. It's going to work out for him, right? Listen, Merab set new records. We can all agree on that. So that's just going to happen. Let's just accept it for what it is and take it in good stride. So congratulations to Petr Yan. I was so impressed by his performance. I was also, you know, slightly impressed by how Merab took the loss. He took it very graciously, and he's going to come back and, you know, go do what Merab does. I don't know. But Sean O'Malley was a bit too happy with that. He was a bit too happy with the the way Merab lost. I saw his reaction while he was watching the fight. Sean, sneaky. So, I want to talk quickly about the co-main event so we don't spend too much time on this video. Co-main event, guys, that injury, that's one of the nastiest freak accident injuries I've ever seen in mixed martial arts. When I tell you, I was so disappointed. I was not happy for Pantoja. I just wasn't. I mean, you go through all that stress, you go through all that kind of hard camp, and then you get into the octagon, and in 26 seconds, you not only have your shoulder popped, you actually lose the belt. It's really sad. I was like, screw you, MMA gods. This is not the way, this is not what we wanted. This is not the way a champion as dominant as Pantoja should have gone out. And then unfortunately, you also have the fans. Fans, are you guys crazy, you guys? Fans are angry with Joshua Van. Why? Why? Why are you angry with Joshua Van? What did he do? This like being angry with Tom Aspinall for what Cyril Gane did in their last fight. Nobody plans this. It just happened. It's a freak accident. Freak accidents are known to happen. You can see Conor McGregor with his leg kick and his leg snapped. Anderson Silva, leg snapped. Chris Weidman, leg snapped. Freak accidents happen. And Joshua Van having to celebrate, even though he said he wasn't really happy with that win, but that doesn't mean he should stop celebrating as a champion. Doesn't make any sense. He can celebrate. He's a champ now, guys. Get used to it. Pantoja is going to be out for a while. He's going to have his doctor's check on everything. Apparently, it's his shoulder that got injured. According to Dana White during the post-fight press conference, I thought it was his elbow. It looked like his elbow literally snapped and broke out of the socket or the joints. But hey, I'm not a doctor. Dana said it's his shoulder. I'm going to take Dana's word for it. Pantoja will probably be out at least 8 to 12 months. At least. I don't see him coming back from that. New champions in both divisions, the two smallest divisions in the smallest men divisions in the UFC. They have new champions. What can we say? It's moving. I'm eager to see who Peter Yan wants to fight next, because he's sort of saying or insinuating that he might not give Merab an immediate rematch, which I think is absolutely crazy, because Merab actually gave him the chance. Merab could have picked someone else. Merab gave him the chance, right? And then Joshua Van, no matter what anybody says, you can always see him test himself in his next title fight. Then we'll know whether, we'll see what kind of champion he is. Okay? With that being said, if you've been here this long, I thank you for listening. You guys have a good one. Mr. TDC is out. Peace.